Hey, how about now? How's that? Maybe I need to have my mic on, huh? Does that help? I always got something fucked up. I gotta have something fucked up on my stream. I can't just have a excellent stream right off the bat. It's like cold water. Streaming's like cold water. You gotta ease your way into it. You're not just gonna if you just jump in, it's gonna be a little shocking. How are you crazy bastards doing tonight? What's up with you? Uh, oh yeah, this is a different couch. I'm at a different place. I don't live at that old place anymore. So I'm on to a different era of my life, I guess. I'm off to. I've got different things going on. I'm gonna have to. You just got a ticket? No way. For bullshit? I hope that was an online ticket. Your cat's watching. You'll see my cat pretty soon here. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to live here when my mom's gonna come home pretty soon here at the end of the month, and so you know, the next long while of my life, the next few years, I'm gonna spend taking care of my mother, who now, after the heart attack, she's fine. She's alive. She's breathing, everything, but she can't walk. She's not going to be able to walk. So this is a new thing for me. It's a new thing for my family. You know, so it's different. I'm onto a different phase. No, I didn't. I didn't shave my head. I'm going to cut my hair pretty soon here. I'm realizing that my hair is getting in my way of doing things. Unfortunately, I don't want to. Hey, John, how you doing? Good to see you. I think I'm just gonna have to. I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna need to cut my hair, but just for practical purposes. I just have the bandana on, and it's dark. I'm in the red room. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. I told you I was a little bummed out and stuff, and it's like sometimes when you're feeling that way, the best thing to do is, talk to some people, get it out. Don't I just don't want to keep shit bottled up inside, and then you know, when I do that, I just end up kind of wallowing around in my own head shit, So that's what other people are for. You got to get outside yourself. You got to hear other perspectives. You got to talk to people. It's therapeutic for anybody as a human being to reach out and get outside themselves. Yes, it was. She, I don't know the specifics of why that is, but now after the heart attack, she is unable to walk. So that's different. That was unexpected. No, dude, that's not aphasia. That's that was irritating to you, man. You got pulled over. It was bullshit. I'm sure. What did you like? I'm sure it wasn't even anything. I remember going into Texas with a buddy of mine, and we got pulled over, and the guy was like, "You were driving too close to that truck," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, okay." Uh, yeah, we all got a vent, right? That's what we're all here for. hmm Yeah, it's a different thing. This is it's a lifestyle change that I didn't really foresee. Well, but press, it's good. It's actually all really good. The good news is that she's alive and we still have her, and um, you know, People are fragile. People are temporary. It's those are the really important things. And and when I hear this stuff and care, things like that, and then people are like so hung up on who's going to pay for it and blah blah blah. I don't even. I'm like, who cares? It's people, right? We're supposed to take care of each other. We're supposed to take care of people. I don't really care who pays for it. That's not a big concern of mine. I don't care what paper changes hands between what people to make other people better from cancer or heart disease or whatever. That doesn't affect me. You know, I think we're getting to, we got to get to a point where we're moving past money and all this stuff getting in the way. If we can't see it, we can't know. You can't know, you don't know, there's no way of knowing. One day you're rock and rolling and, partying and stuff, and the next day you're, you know, hanging out in the nursing home. Well, yeah, well, that's people prioritize other things over people, and that's the human condition. Mm. It's getting cold here, John. It's getting cold, man. It's starting to chill out. It snowed on Halloween, so we're getting to it. It's getting to the part where I don't want to go outside for the next 4 months. Yeah, we got to appreciate it, because um, when I think too, and I think of all the people that are younger, you know, that it's, you're in your 70s and you got that stuff going on. You got to think, hey, I made it. I made it this far. It's fine. It was uneventful. Honestly, the best part of my Halloween was they released that DLC for Battlefield 5. So I was pretty psyched on that. And to be honest with everybody here, Battlefield 5 has free trial right now. So if you don't have that game, you can get on and play it for free. You got to download it, and then it won't be available in a couple days. But you can try it out, see if it's a game that you would play. Uh, but they just released new updates for that. It was Iwo Jima and the Parasol Storm kind of map. So I was extremely happy. I was extremely happy. What's up, Easel? How you doing? All right-ish. I mean, I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. Halloween. What'd you do on Halloween? Well, I sat at home and I played Battlefield 5. Like, okay. I've heard that's really good. I've heard that's really good. This Modern Warfare. It looks like Battlefield 4 to me. When I watch people play it and stuff, I'm like, you're playing Battlefield 4. You're playing Battlefield 4. It looks like someone took Call of Duty and just like overlaid it over Battlefield 4. Like they just glazed it. It's so funny. They're like, we're gonna take Battlefield 4 and make it Call of Duty. That's what I see when I see that game. They knew that that's what like Battlefield heads wanted. That's cool, man. That's cool. I'm gonna have to get it. I'll get it eventually. I've got money problems. Mm. Hey, homebody. Hey, Stu. How you guys doing? Kafuzi. How you doing, Kafuzi? Cross-platform. There, that game looks like it's got it all, really. That's cool, man. Jedi Fallen Order, huh? Mm-mm-mm. I don't know, dude. Let me here. I'm gonna go get some more coffee, so I'm even more fucking obnoxious. Susie, Stu, homebody. Yeah, one in the little one in the morning coffee. It looks really good. It looks really good. I I kind of I felt like Black Ops 4. I kind of got burned a little bit. Like a couple days ago. Oh yeah, well, that happens. That happens. Bummer, dude. That sucks because that's like other people's shit getting into your like good time, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like Black Ops 4. People were like, I get this, and then it was the DLC, and the DLC was another $50, and then everybody just quit playing it once you had to buy the DLC, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy the DLC either. But I guess this one they're doing. Oh yeah, Homebody's good Call of Duty. Homebody's good Call of Duty. We played Modern Warfare. Mm. What's up, Joshua? How you doing? So yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. All you're trying to do is have a good time. Your friends caught up in some bullshit. Yeah, I know how that goes. I've been there. What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing? How's the life of a Surrey Knights equipment manager? Yeah, I've been there, man. It stinks too because most of the time I just try and mind my own business. Oh yeah, you can tell. You can tell Splinter hasn't shaved. Well, it is November, right? In November, it's I'm allowed to have this in November, right? I can't just I can't justify it in the summer. What's up, Queenie? How you doing? How's it going? Uh, your team in rebuilding years. Yeah, I mean, this is just the start of November. I don't think I'm gonna adhere to the no shave November, but it's the time for it. At least it's cold, you know. In the summer, it's too itchy. I can't have a beard at all. I don't see how people do it. But I think also my hair is really thick and it just itches like a motherfucker. I've got enough itchy shit. This, I gotta tell you guys. I mean, this sometimes it feels like you're a monk that's like wearing the hair shirt. You know, like when I don't have a shirt on, it's kind of itchy. It's not always super comfortable. So the dreads are gonna go. The dreads are gonna go pretty soon because I realized, I realized that I was putting off. I've got this project here where I've got to take this carpet up, and I realized that I'm putting off doing this task. That it would really be easy for me. I don't mind doing the task. It doesn't bother me. The work doesn't bother me. But but um but I my hair. If I'm bending down all the time and I'm trying to pull up that carpet, this is gonna be a big pain in my ass. And I'm like I'm putting off doing stuff because of my hair. So I think the hair is gonna go. No nut November. Oh man, I don't think I could go a few weeks without being a nut. I got nutty. I got nutty today. I get nutty sometimes. I get manic, you know. Everybody does. Yeah, it's heavy and it's awkward and it flops around a lot. And I could tuck it in or something, but then it would be itchy. So I'm thinking, I've got to do special shit and figure it out and you know, I just thought uh, now that it's at this point where it's actually making physical things awkward for me to do, I've gotta I've gotta cut it off because it's just too much. It's just too much. I had these friends who both grew their dreads for over 10 years, and they started having neck problems, and they couldn't like move their heads very well, and you'd say hi to them or something, and they'd like move their whole. It's hard for me to even do. They'd like move their whole body, and like they'd be like, "Oh hey," their necks like I don't know. It's already like I can't wear a hat, you know. There's all sorts of things. So yeah, the hair is gonna have to go, and I got to get over you know, I got to get over my prior traumas and um, maybe my adherence to growing the hair. Maybe if I cut the hair, then I'll be able to put some more of that behind me now. Yeah, it's just so heavy, Stu. It's it's awkward. So yeah, there's always like a reason why not, right? Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't even hardly move their heads. They finally they finally both cut their dreads. But they were so long. I mean, their hair was down to their waists, you know. Mine's getting to incredible lengths, but nothing like that. I think if this hair wasn't matted and in the way it is, it would be like a lot longer, you know. I mean, that's it's a lot. So yeah, that's life. Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, long hair. I haven't really, confused. I haven't even really traditionally had long hair. You know, when I was a kid, when I was, in my 20s, a teenager and stuff, I would have been the dude with the mohawk and the leather jacket and that kind of fucking shit, man. Oh yeah, there you go, Stu. I can help you out with some Star Wars Christmas special costuming there. That Star Wars Christmas special cracks me up with all those wikis with all the different names. Their names are like they have funny names. They're not like stinky and stuff, but it's shit like that. One of them's like named Itchy or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it won't be such a project. It won't be such a thing, you know. This really it takes a lot to maintain, and I'm over it. So it's gonna go. Crofty, hey, cheers, man. How you doing? Ah, Washington Nationals. Congratulations to you, the Washington Nationals, for winning the World Series of American Baseball. Was that your first series, Washington Nationals? You're an expansion team, huh? Well, the Washington Nationals, is that an old team that they brought back? Hey, see ya, man. Yeah, message me, talk to me. We'll play, man. Hey, Scully, how you doing? I don't know. I see. I don't have the proper tools to do it right now. But maybe I'll get Skeets or someone to come over and I'll do it on stream, huh? Maybe I'll make a stream out of it, and you guys can come along with me. You'll actually be able to see how much it was. You were the Montreal Expos. Oh my gosh, that's right. I knew there was some story like that. I knew there was something behind it. You were the Montreal Expos, which was an expansion team of itself. And the Expos never got a series, did they? Mm, mm. That was because Star Wars is going to come out, right? The addiction is real. How are you doing, Croft? You've been playing the new COD, haven't you? I've seen you getting trophies and stuff. Yeah, I got to tell you one thing about PlayStation. I love seeing my friends get trophies. I love it when it pops up and it says so and so got a trophy for this game or this game. You can see like how your friends are doing, how good they're doing on those games. I dig it. Hell yeah. Mm. Babysitting. Hell yeah, Croft. Drinky drinky. Oh yeah, WWE K20. I heard that game's like a glitch. I saw this video that was a montage of glitches from that game, and it was actually fucking hilarious. I don't really, the wrestling games aren't my thing, but I think it's funny when they release games and they're all fucked up and glitchy like that. Man, that one was just crazy. It was like people's faces on the other side of their head, and yeah, did they fix it? Did they fix that shit? Where's my fucking cat? I don't know. That's why I remember you kicking my ass. I remember playing COD World War II with Croft and getting killed. Croft just shooting me in the head every time, man. He's good. You're good at COD. Uh, that's the way it always is, though. Especially you get into the uh, right when those games are released and stuff. There's people that are just sweaty as fuck, man. They want to really strike while the iron's hot and get everything right off the bat. So you're all playing against all those people. Sweaty fucking COD heads. They're like, that is my game. They already know. They already know the systems they're going to use. They already know what guns they're going to use, how they're going to stack their kill streaks, all that shit. They fucking know. I gotta put my plug in for Battlefield 5. I gotta say, Battlefield 5 was not a game that had a great relationship with. We'll say that. I was disappointed, but lately, man, they really did a good job with that game. So I better like it. They're not going to release another one until like 2021 or something. I'm willing to bet there'll be another COD game before that. So I'm gonna have to get that. Oh, dude, there's campers every shooter game. Every shooter game. Campers are just a part of life in shooter games. You know, I'm a roamer and a camper. I try and situationally do what's applicable. PUBG can be a lot of camping. If you want to play PUBG and get in for the win, it can take a lot of camping sometimes. This is what you got to do. That's the meta for the game. You can run around, have fun on PUBG, but you're going to die. You're not going to get to the end. Hey, what's up, Puff and stuff? You too, man. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. See, I want to see you stream that then. What? What? Several months? Why don't you even have it available for pre-order? Why would they even put it available for pre-order and then be like, well, fuck you. Yeah, if they're going to do that, they should give you $10 back for every month that they push it back. They should be like, well, since we did that, you fucking get it for half price since you pre-ordered it. Some shit, man. You should be kind of compensated for that shit. That's the way I feel about it. It's not like, you guys didn't work for that fucking money. You spent it on video games. Right on, Queen. What if you went in and you bought a 6-pack of beer and they were like, cool, thanks for the money. We're gonna have it tomorrow. We'll give you a beer tomorrow. You'd be like, no, you come back tomorrow and you get 5 beers, and then you can come back the next day and you'll get the sixth beer. That'll be your DLC. Fuck that. Uh, Tomorrow, hell, come back in 6 months. Yeah, right? What the fuck, man? There would be a major problem. That would be an issue. That would be an issue. So why is it okay for a digital video game to do the same thing? I don't know. Mm. Oh, you paid for that? Did you pay for that? Did we say that was going to be out at a certain time? Oh, fuck, even do that, man. Fucking stupid. Mm. That's the inherent problem with all this and these kind of console systems and stuff like that. They kind of figure, they kind of figure they got us on the boat here, and like it's like we're on their island, so we've got to deal with uh, you know, their trade issues on this island. You know. Hmm. Then again, you know, a fucking PC, man. PC is so expensive. Games are glitchy, games are awkward. There's a whole thing. You got to keep maintaining that PC. You got to upgrade that PC. It's way more complicated than having a nice console that you have a controller and you just plug it in and it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was awesome, and you just put that cartridge right in the fucking Sega Genesis, and it played the game. You were just like, you got home, you were like, "Tuk," and you put that cart right in the Genesis. Uh, Yep, and you turned the fucking machine on, and the game fucking played. It wasn't. I gotta fucking download this for 45 minutes. I gotta wait. I mean, if I want to download a full game on the internet I have now, it can take 8 hours. That, as that was all that game was ever gonna be. There was never gonna be any update for those. Those games were very static. You know, Super Mario Brothers is this finite thing that is Super Mario Brothers, but um, these modern games, the ones we have today, GTA is like an infinite game. They could just keep releasing. They could just keep doing content for that. It's indefinite. There'll be a time where people will look at that and they'll say, "This is not at all in the modern idiom. We're not going to play GTA anymore." But until then, game on, man. You know, with fucking updates. Well, yeah. PUBG updated, new season. Terrific. They did terrific things. They released terrific content. My friends and I, we get on and play. Fucking matchmaking, all fucked up. I gotta close my application. Okay, I gotta close my application. Come back. Okay. It's not letting me join. Okay. Wait, I readied up, but it's just saying I'm suspended in this queue. But you guys are getting booted into a game, so I'm gonna, yeah, you know, she's coming home, Croft. She's coming home, man. Mom's coming home. Things are gonna be different. My mom's not gonna be able to walk. Um, uh, this is gonna be big lifestyle changes for my family, for myself, for her. So that's a different thing, but she really beat the odds, and she's alive, and she's coming home. She gets to come home. Yeah, bless you, Croft, man. Bless you. Bless all you guys for caring, man. Yeah, this wasn't a thing that I wanted to bring up on Playroom. This wasn't the thing with my mom wasn't a thing that I wanted to be like a topic. But if I wanted to keep streaming, if I wanted to keep in touch at all, it was unavoidable, you know. So bless you, man. Bless all you guys for uh, giving a shit and the response and like you know absolutely everybody, man. When I get on, when I get on to other people's streams, when I get on to yeah, man, it's amazing. People really fucking do, man. People really do. And it's really telling, you know. People like to be like, you know, standoffish, tough kind of people. How you doing, Spinal? But everybody really, it's been amazing. It's been really amazing. So that was a hard thing for me. These last 6 months have been fucking hard for me. Um, but really, it's heartwarming to me, you know, to get that response out of the internet of all places, you know. Well, that's right. That's the thing. But man, every gangster's got a mother. Every gangster's got daughters or you everybody's the same at their core, you know. I was thinking about these things um, yesterday, and I kind of had a run in on PUBG. I had a run in on PUBG with someone who immediately once they got salty with me, they were dropping n bombs, right, and shit like that, and it became obvious to me that this person, felt themselves to be some sort of white supremacist by their screen name and by the things they said to me, and I thought, oh, this is really bizarre and pretty laughable, right? And I thought, well, how strange. And what causes human beings to have white skin? You know, what's really behind that? And um, having white skin is a lack of of melanin in your skin. So it's a deficiency. As a white person, I lack something in my skin. I don't have something that other people have. So being proud of something that's essentially a deficiency. This is weird. Because what happens to us when we get out in the sun? We get darker, you know. Hey, what's up, Fatality? How you doing? How's it going, dude? Good dancing, Fatality. That was awesome. I was watching that on Stu's stream. That's right. That's right. We're struggling, aren't we, Croft? Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing. You know, I just think, uh, you know, instead of can instead of like feeling like that, it's better to just be like okay with who you are. Oh, are you off, man? That was interesting. On Stew Stream 2, there was a big topic about halal food and kosher food, and from what I know of it, it's halal food has been blessed. Um, I don't know enough about the Islamic faith to tell you how that works or who does that. I don't know what, but I know it's halal is um, I don't even know with halal that there's a blessing involved. I don't even know that that's it. I think that halal is just like a certain like ritual, like a diet that you're supposed to follow to adhere to the religion. It's like the official diet of the religion. That's right. That's right. But if you and that friend are on your island and then the other two guys are on their island, what's going to happen? You're going to say, we got to go get those coconuts off that other island. And if those guys try and stop us, they're not going to stop us getting those fucking coconuts because they got more coconuts than we do. And then you get Call of Duty. Yeah, so halal isn't like halal. You've probably eaten like you might get a burger or something, and if it's from a place, it's been handled in the correct way. Adhering to the halal methods. uh, it's war for them coconuts. That's right. That's right. Oh, Crofty's a super villain, dude. Crofty's the super villain of the Playroom, man. He's yeah, that's why he's the best, dude. He's the super villain. Hmm. Hmm. Our two dudes pickles. Hey, how you doing, man? How's it going, cynical setter? How are you, man? Uh, mm, what's going on with you, bro? Yeah, glad you found me here. Uh, how have you been, man? Yeah, I'm still around. I still exist. I still exist. I'm barely. I'm hanging on, but I got a you know different life and times coming up. Yeah, you have a good weekend, man. Hmm. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do on your weekends. Do you have a PlayStation 4 or are you on your like phone or your some sort of other device? Yeah, it's an inside joke. Hmm. Old joke. Twice a week, so people. Oh yeah, I heard you had a heart attack. I remember. I remember. Um, odd. People are crazy, man. Mm. Well, as I said, man, I'm on a uh, you know I'm in a different part of my life. I started when I started streaming. It was living down there with Swerve. I had kind of a carefree lifestyle. I was drinking alcohol and smoking weed and having a good time, man. But then life happens and this depressing stuff happens, and I don't want to bum out my audience. So I'm kind of like I gotta do this enough to like stay in it, and then I'll be partying again. Once I can be partying again, I'll be partying again. But for now, I'm just not that fun. I want to be fun when I'm on here. I don't want to be lame. You must be dead. That's right. That's right. Yes, I gotta live here. I'm gonna have to live at my mother's house because I'm gonna have to take care of her now, from now on. Hey, Brady Kramer. Hey, thanks, man. How you doing, Brady? So yeah, that's it's a new responsibility. Um, but it's the right thing for me to do. So I'm gonna do it. I'll give you a hug anytime, Fatality. I will, dude. I will. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. She can be a impatient and trying person. You know her. So she would be she would be like she'd be amazed that she was such a topic actually of conversation on the PlayStation 4. Thank you, Fatality. Thank you, man. Where is my damn cat? Where is she hiding? I want to show you guys my cat. This is the most fun thing because I got this sweater on her. Where'd you go? Pock. I think she's pissed. I think she's pissed that I'm doing this. Uh, uh, yeah, here you go. Here she is. Look, I got a little sweater for her. This is what you do when you're fucking bored 41-year-old man. You get a sweater for your cat. Hey, Cornholio, how you doing? I am Cornholio. I need TP. uh, it's wintertime. I don't want her to be cold. I don't want my old cat to be cold. She's been my friend for, you know, 14 years now. This cat's been with me. She's stuck around. Right, Pock? Yeah. Yeah, now she's in her sweater. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. There's a big booger. uh, Anybody else, I think. I don't think a lot of people would have, like, put up with this cat for 14 years. She's all sorts of screwed up. But I just love the hell out of her. She's my little buddy. Hmm. Merry Christmas to you too. Mm-hmm. You're just jealous because you don't have a cute cat with a sweater on. You can't appreciate that. I'm like so used to cat snot. I'm immune to cat snot at this point. Mm. A coochie straw? Oh my god, dude. You guys were partying, huh? You guys were partying. From the looks of that video, it looked like you guys were having a super good time. Mm. Uh, Coochie straw. Now, my next thing is I got to get done with this. I got to get over this. And I'll have to put the vape down. I haven't had a cigarette since July. I smoked one. I got pissed off a couple weeks ago. I smoked one. Well, you and everybody else, right? I guess in this life, you only get one family. You gotta love them, for better or for worse. You know, you know. I I definitely really appreciate mine. I've got to say that. All right, bless you, fatality. I know I went on late tonight. I just wanted to say hi. Really, I gotta go on every once in a while because you know I don't know. I just get bored and I gotta do something different. You know? Yeah, I love you, fatality. Mm, right on, man. Mm, I think I need a little more coffee. There you go. There's the real star of the show. This I like. There's the real Splinternut. Apocalypse. It's weird, you know? It's like I walked into a barn 14 years ago and I found this cat and it changed my life. She's been with me ever since. You just can't predict those things, you know? But we became inseparable. It is. That's right. It is. It's too cold. It's too cold. She's got to wear a coat. Uh, I think she's pretty happy about it. I think it keeps her warm and she likes it. Right? You know, she doesn't go outside or anything. She can't go outside. She's too dumb. She'll just wander off and she won't come back. Uh, you know, they're good friends to have, aren't they, man? They're good friends. You know. Yeah. Yeah. It's good to have four-legged friends. You see what I'm dealing with here, though? All the hair and the cat and the... I got a lot going on. Mm, 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 mm. We did have snow. We had a little bit on sprinkling, you know. It's only kind of cold. It doesn't really, it'll get really cold here like January, February. Those are the really bad months. December, it'll be like, 40 degrees, like, it'll get cold. It might snow around Christmas time and New Year's. But then January, February, it's like fucking 2 degrees outside all the time. And I can't stand that kind of stuff. I'm over it. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go to a more favorable climate at some point in time here when all my family stuff's over and I get my freedom. I'll go somewhere warm, live out the rest of my days somewhere where it doesn't get winter every year. Besides my family, I don't have a huge amount of ties here that would keep me having to be here. I don't own property. I don't have things I've got to maintain. I don't have a career here or anything like that. So you know, it's just really a not really a thing. I'll be able to move on. So yeah, the hair's gonna go. The cat's gonna stay. Hmm. Ah, yeah. I've got to, man. I've got to do it. It's just too much. At this point, it's just too much. And I got all this hair that grows in underneath them, and I've got to constantly be like trimming that, and it just it just gets old, man. So yeah, that's gonna be the new meta uh, for Splinternut is gonna be no dreads. I'm gonna have to do it. It started to get awkward this summer, and like look at that. That one's really long. It's as long as my arm almost. I don't know why that one's longer than the other ones. It's kind of funny. Like what decides that? Yeah, it's just so awkward, man. It's just so awkward. I always wondered what it would be like. But and it's hard too. It's like, you know, that's that's 6 or 7 years of like growing your hair and taking care of it, all that shit. But holy fuck, man. You gotta go. It's just too awkward at this point. It's just too much. Yeah, so we'll see. You know, yeah, right? I know I should go back, dude. I kind of think I should. I kind of think I should stream it when I cut it. Like that might be kind of cool, huh? That'd be pretty good way for me to like preserve it too. Then I could remember that. Then I'd go back. You know, that would make it like you know it gives some closure to it, I guess. Here's a big deal. I've been thinking about it, and they've been making a big deal. I don't get into conspiracies and things like that, but they've been making a big deal about um, people getting these illnesses from vaping, and they're kind of saying these THC cards are to blame for this mystery illness, and all this kind of sounds a little weird to me. It sounds a little suspicious. I mean, I think, you know, using the uh, cigarette replacing ones are probably worse for you. You know, I mean, this is liquid that you vaporize. You know, if you're vaping like solid weed, if you took like plant and you put it into the volcano, you vape that. You know, that's going from dry matter to the vaporized state. But when you're doing this, you're vaporizing water vapor basically. So what happens then? You know, I mean, yeah, that's pneumonia. Is fluid buildup on your lungs. But now, you know, I hear them blaming these THC carts. You know, and I kind of think, I don't know. I think these kind of things, the Juul and these things are probably more to blame. You know, but why would they be blaming the THC carts? Well, I think it's you know if people aren't buying the raw combustible plant matter weed as much, then they're going to end up with this surplus. So you got to scare people off the carts to get them to they're like, fuck, everybody switched from the carts to these, and then what are we going to do? We can't sell all this weed. Yeah. Fuck, we're selling less weed. That's what they're thinking. It's like people aren't going to be like, oh, I'm going to buy my regular like intake shit and then the cart. They're gonna buy the carts and replace the weed they're smoking with those carts. That's what they don't want. They want you buying that shit. Because that's organic matter too. That's going to go bad. It's got a finite lifespan. What if they had let's see, that's a good that and it is if you go into a dispensary. I mean, if you go into Oregon or something, it's going to be way cheaper than in most places. Oregon, especially, um, the way they've done it. It's going to have to. I mean, the whole thing is making the weed cheaper, basically. Interesting. If they made I'm trying to think of an example, raspberries or something, a better delivery system for raspberries than you had before. Is anybody going to buy the raw product? You know, then you got to process it. Then that's a whole thing. Then you got to set up to like manufacture this product. You know, Weed is like a relatively simple thing. That goes like an agriculture, a raw agricultural product, where it goes from being a plant to getting dried out to being on the shelf in the store. They don't even really have to do much packaging. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't really smoke anymore. I really just use those cards. That's all I do, and I don't really do that all that much. So, mm. But I don't use any sort of antidepressants or anything like that. It's always just been weed that I've like medicated with. So I've kind of stuck to it. Mm, it works. Yeah, funny. Funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a conspiracy. I wouldn't go that far, but I think it's a temporary, it's a patch. They're saying, because, and maybe some of those, maybe some of those, cards are fucked up. That's a thing, but that's going to take, definition of the product and everything. Yeah, I mean, anything that what I got to be wary of is anything that has a tendency to like be addictive. You know, I'll if it's addictive, I will probably end up getting addicted to it if I try it. It's just you know that's just like I know that about myself. I got an addictive personality, so I got to be careful. Ah, you start smoking cigarettes and stuff young, and it teaches your brain about addiction. It teaches you how to be addicted to things, and hmm, Pock, you take the show there. uh, oh yeah. Uh, damn, dude. Damn. Yeah, that can be what they do. you know. That might be even good for a while sometimes, but then you don't want to do that. But that's hard too because you can build up an addiction to those sort of things, and it's tough. It's a tough call. It's a tough decision. I definitely went in for like anti-anxiety medication and stuff this summer, but I just went in once and I got I got the one script and I took the one that they gave me, and then I never renewed. You know, you know what I did? I went to the fucking emergency room. I was living at the hospital. I was living at Methodist Hospital, and I was like, I need help, and I went to the emergency room at Methodist, and I um, got seen down there, and then I didn't even like leave the building. I went to the pharmacy at the hospital, and I didn't even have to pay. It was covered by my medical insurance, and so well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear you went through that. You know, I hope things are feeling better for you now. I really do. These things are yeah, yeah. See, yeah, that's it's honestly, it's that's the best thing to do. I always tell everybody that you got to fucking go to the emergency room. Uh, they're not gonna. That was how I got diagnosed with cancer. I went to the emergency room. They weren't going to diagnose me. I would have had to go to a specialist, but nobody. When I went to all those different clinics and stuff like that, nobody said to me, "Just go to the emergency room, dude." When I went to the emergency room, they did an ultrasound. They found my shit. You know, yeah, just go to the fucking emergency room. And I can wait, a specialist and all that fucking shit. Go to the emergency room, pitch a fucking bitch. They'll treat you. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't care. I again, it's like I was talking about earlier. You know, they come out with all these plans and they say, how are we going to do it? I don't care. I don't care. You're going to tell me. You're going to tell me we live in the United States of America. We live in this opulent country. You know. Well, maybe if we were providing health care for our citizens, we wouldn't have all the opulence. Well, I'm willing to give up. I would really be willing to give up and maybe a little bit of opulence uh, to take care of the citizenry. I think that's fucking fair. I don't think that's a bizarre fucking idea. Hmm. But when they stand there and fucking Congress, they say they can't do it. They say they can't figure it out. What's there that they can't figure the fuck out? You know, it's bullshit. It's bullshit that they can't figure it out. It's bullshit that it's yeah. Hmm. It's also some rich people aren't going to lose a little bit of money. It's the whole thing. It's sick. You know. We have this kind of Machiavellian system that we're so used to, but we're not in the old days of the U.S. anymore. We're not in the frontier days, and it's not. It can't. It doesn't have to be every man for himself forever. We're gonna have to start taking care of each other a little more in the future. And that said, for everyone who plays by the rules and adheres to those systems and gets their legitimate medical insurance and does all those things, there's someone like me. There's someone like me who is poor and it's expensive. And guess what? I'm going to default on all those bills, and that's not even possible for me to pay. You know? Yeah, they put that on. It's expensive to be poor. You're totally right. You don't get it for free because you're poor. You're too poor in general. You know? It's a failure. It's a failure of our society. It's a failure of our system. Mm. The same way, development of our societies, our only hope. I wanna. When I think about being 80 years old, when I think about living 40 more years, being on this planet for 40 more years, it seems like absurd. You know, that just seems like a very long time, and it seems like a totally like absurd concept. In the same way, like I really want to see what the world is like 40 years from now. To me, that's like it's going to be really interesting what kind of a world we end up living in, and what this 21st century like works out to be. People are very disparaging, and so many people are very critical and like outwardly cynical about the situation. Well, the reality is, no matter what, with all this fucked up shit, with us not handling our shit the way we're not handling our shit, it's still better now than it ever has been. With bills and have late fees, and they make it even harder. Yep, that's right. It's a compounded situation. Oh, fuck. Fuck you, cat. Oh, no, dude. Two cats? This isn't good. It's a compounded situation. It's this old scheme to, like, get you into indentured servitude, basically. They want to make you feel like you have to be here and you have to work, In the old days, I mean, by the old days, I mean the 20th century. In the 20th century, there's this kind of feeling that we're competing with Russia, right? Well, what is the story going to be like with Russia? Well, they're going to say we have 100% unemployment, and essentially, it's illegal to be unemployed there. It's illegal to not work. What's up, spaceman? How you doing? So what are we going to do? What are we going to do to counter that? Well, you don't make it illegal to be poor, but you make it very discouraging, and you set up all these systems so people don't want to dare to be poor. Make it hard for them to be poor. It's not great logic, but it's the logic that we're subject to as a result of the 21st century there. Yeah, that's what they want to do. That's how they want to. That's how they want to do it. Yeah. We don't have that anymore. We don't have a country where. Well, I guess we kind of do. It's China. China is severely productive, and we're the 21st century is going to be like the century of China and India. That's my theory. China and India are really going to come up. The U.S. is not going to be the like major. We'll be a cultural influence and things like that, like we always have been, but we're going to go down the ladder in our economic influence. What are you up to, spaceman? You playing PUBG? Doing anything fun? I'll probably play some games when I get off here. I'll do something. I gotta wind down and relax. I just got so manic. I made myself manic. I had to talk. Do a little late night playroom. Ah. There you go. I got a sweater for my cat. That's my big thing. Cat sweaters. Yeah, I don't know. I try not to focus on all that shit, and just focus on what's going on around me and what I got to take care of in my immediate vicinity. That's all I can really affect. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I had a lot of fun. PUBG was fun last night. I had a good time. PUBG PUBG is one. There's things you got to do to make it fun. Like it's got to be fun. It depends on you playing it, if it's a good time or not. That's what I like about PUBG. It makes your imagination work a little bit. It makes you have to like, it's a little more engaging than other games just for that reason. I think that's discouraging for some people because I think they're used to the games doing it for them. But when I think of those games where you're kind of like on a path, you're being led through the whole thing, I have a hard time playing those now because I'm used to being in this open world where I'm making my own decisions. And hey, good night, Satyr. Um, I'll be talking to you soon, man. You got my number. Keep it up, and I will give my your regards to my mother. Chicken McNuggets. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I haven't had that shit forever. I haven't had chicken nuggets in a long time. I do this thing, especially now that it's gonna be like wintertime. I do this thing where I just like get all the food, make a big pot of something, and then I've got it in the fridge. And whenever I want to eat, I just get a little bit out. Yeah, don't be a stranger, Setter. Dude, do you have a PS4? Do you own one? If you have a PS4, you got a friend request me. I don't know if you do or not. I don't know if that's something that you do. We used to play video games all the time. This dude had a Super Nintendo back in the day. I remember that. I remember going over and being like, "Whoa, dude, these games are awesome." I didn't have that shit. I had my old Commodore 64. I remember bringing my 8-bit Nintendo over to your house, man, and playing 8-bit Nintendo games with you. We go back. Hmm. When I lived in Seattle, a bunch of my coworkers and stuff, they were all ex-employees of Nintendo, and they had these Nintendo clothes and stuff that they'd gotten from working there. It was kind of funny. I don't know what they did at Nintendo. I think they were peons. Hmm. Working at that Goodwill in Seattle, you get these crates and you're going through it, and you dump it out and you're going through the stuff, and it'll be like all like clothing from somebody who used to work at Microsoft, or they still do work at Microsoft, and they just got new clothes or something, and it'll all be like embroidered. It'll say Microsoft like right on the clothing and stuff like that. Weird. I remember pulling a bin open and looking inside it one day, and it was like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of like brand new snowboarding outfits. I mean, that shit's expensive. Snowboard pants, snowboard jackets, snowboard gloves, fucking all that shit, man. That waterproof fucking shit, man. The expensive clothes. Like, they'd obviously either never been worn or worn once and donated to Goodwill. Fucking crazy, man. I couldn't believe it. I thought this stuff would cost me so much money. Thousands of dollars worth of clothing. You open that up, those $300 pants and fucking $500 jacket. Fuck. Mm. A jacket that costs the same as a PlayStation. Oh, shit. Hmm. I think I've done what I've come here to do and said what I've come here to say. So I'm going to wrap this up and chill out and probably get on and play some video games, do that sort of thing. But I'll be back. I'll be back for more randomness, random adventures, random conversations, cats in sweaters, cut my hair, that sort of shit. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.